Hello. Now, I'm trying, well, sort of an experiment. So bear with me on this. I'm going to try vlogging. You're not going to get a vlog every day. It's going to be a kind of maybe a 10-minute snapshot as often as I can, and I will probably upload it then either once or twice a week depending on the length, with my optimal aim maybe being for, you know, a half-hour chatty kind of video. We'll see how that goes. Just checking things out. Look, I have this hair here. Look, background, behind the scenes secrets. Okay, I have this thing here because I twiddle my hair, and I tend to pull a strand out from either side. So if you ever see me with the hair out like that, it's because I've been twiddling my hair. So yeah. It's the end of the day. It's actually Tuesday today. It's the 27th. It is the night of the supermoon, or the pink moon, I think you guys in the States have been calling it. It was big. It's just looks like a full moon now, but it was pretty spectacular when it was low on the horizon. Sophie loves full moons. A few things I suppose that I want to include in something like a vlog is just behind the scenes stuff, recording stuff maybe, or everyday kind of life, or anything like that. Don't really have a direction this is going to head in, although I did enjoy doing the vlogs in December. It was nice to be able to touch base with people, and I think you guys, my subscribers, enjoyed it. So yeah, there's that. So today I went to the gym for the first time in however many years. Had actually been to the doctor this morning. Yesterday was a ridiculous day at work, but I had already got this appointment booked for my doctor this morning because I was running out of meds for, let's call it my back, but it's actually more, it's the L5S1. It's the last bit of cartilage in the spine, which is one below where I had the discectomy in December. And I had been flagged by the back surgeon that this disc was going to be a problem. It was degenerating already. And it turns out that the GP thinks it's this disc that's causing the issue. He thinks that I can do hamstring stretches, which may help because it's going to stop pulling me out of the wrong kind of alignment, I suppose. He very graciously, or not, I don't know, but he didn't raise my weight at all as being an issue. He did listen when I said like I was going back to the gym, and certainly suggested the stretches, and don't pull. No, it's tied. Don't pull. Yeah, so the plan was, as I think I've mentioned in my whip and chats before, the job got a, let's call it a cheap membership across gyms that aren't actually connected. So we've got a system in Australia called, or Tasmania even, I'm not sure if it's Australia-wide, called Zap Fitness. And Zap Fitness is this kind of one gym umbrella over many different locations. Well, that doesn't necessarily suit everyone. Some people like to swim, some people like to do other particular kinds of training, and my association for union, whatever, got together with a couple of these smaller gyms, effectively. Smaller, more kind of, well, they're expensive. Anyway, they got together with a few of these gyms around the state, and they've given us a deal that there is no way I could beat just for the gym that's just around the corner from me. So my intention when I took the membership and sat there going, am I going to get my value out of having $14 a week gym membership when I'm not a gym junkie at all? Am I actually going to get my money's worth? And I kind of thought, you know, it's a bold hole. While the stress levels were high, it gets me out fitness, it gets me out if I need to walk and it's raining. I've no excuse because I'm on a treadmill. I'm full of excuses, and his nibs, he'll probably kick me out the door on some days when I'm kind of going, I'm tired, I don't want to go to the gym, and he'll kick me out. Yeah. So, wait until you hear what he said after the gym today. It just made me grin. So, I've got a gym membership that's literally just around the corner from me. I think it's 1.6 kilometers walk. So, potentially, I could actually walk to the gym as my warm-up on a nicer day. It doesn't even have to be a nice day because you get a bit of heat up when you're walking. Well, I do anyway. Walk to the gym and have Marcus and Sophie come and pick me up because it's literally like 3 minutes from the house. There are other gyms though in the city that I can also avail of, which are awesome because 2 of them are swim centers, and the plan, if my back was to behave itself, was to walk from work half an hour to one of the swim centers. There is one that's 10 minutes from me, but I could walk half an hour to this smaller 25-meter pool that's, you know, in a pretty exclusive school that costs a fortune to put your kids in. But anyway, they've got a swim center there, and that would be one of the other options. There are other gyms then around Hobart, and then there's some up in Lonnie and all that kind of thing. So, you know, but this was a cheap membership. Launceston for the Launceston for the Scots, Launceston for the Tassies, and Australians call it Launceston or something horrible. Anyway, so yeah, that was the kind of thinking that I had. We needed to have a certain amount of sign-ups for this to work. And to put it into perspective, I think a regular membership down at this gym seems to cost $80 for the key fob to get you in, which is just a key ring thing. I don't know why they cost so much. Please don't do that. Then I think you usually have to pay like a premium to join. So sometimes it's around $200 odd. There wasn't a premium to join. And then the weekly membership is something like $23 alone. And that's just for that gym. So there's no swimming, no nothing. And that's not even a premium membership. The membership that I've ended up getting, because it's this collaborative thing, is actually a premium membership at like half the price. So depending on how it goes, I may even haul Marcus down into it, get him a membership with it because it's cheap. He isn't fit and it might help him with his pain. He has crushed vertebrae and discs from injuries going back to his late teens and going back, like they started in his teens. He started crumbling lower back, and then he broke his upper back kind of when he was, I don't know, he looked up or something and his upper back just went, okay, I'm out of here. And his upper back checked out. So maybe getting his fitness would help with some of that structural stuff, because at the moment he's just on pain meds and he's never going to be pain free. So yes, physically he's a bit of a mess, and we can't look at surgery for him until we have our health insurance for over a year, because they've got wait periods and all that jazz. So we'll see what happens in the future, but I think having had such good results with my back surgery, I'd certainly like to have my surgeon or the other surgeon have a look at him and say whether or not anything can be done or nothing can be done. And it could be that nothing can be done. What? Yeah, he could just be worth a bullet. A bullet would be cheaper. Maybe horse anesthetic could work, you know, great big dirty needle, you know. Sorry? Yeah, he's all right if he takes his meds at the right time, but he doesn't always do that because, you know, because he has it.
They have a funny side effect that
they make you forget.
Yeah. You forget to take them.
Yes, he forgets to take his meds. So yes, I've got the gym now. I've got the key fob that can get me in. It's 24-hour access. Like I'm going to get up at 3 o'clock in the morning. It works because some of my people that I work with are shift workers, so it suits for them to be able to go to the gym in the middle of the night, whatever. I have seen that it's busy after work. Please don't do that. That's a brush that I want, Sophie. She's scribbling with pens here next to me, driving me slightly bonkers, but anyway. No, not the brushes. Upside down. Tail in. Put them back in. Put it back in. Please. Only on your hand. See, look, you've damaged it. Go tell Daddy he's a Fruit Loop. Fruit Loop. Yeah, Fruit Loop. What else was I going to tell you? I did have something else that I wanted to let you know. The giveaways, I'm organizing them. Now I have a few contenders for each kind of category, and I'm going to have fun drawing them. I watched a video today. It was Jennifer DP Addiction Adventures. Now, I may not have the links if I get around, because, okay, there's two different processes when it comes to editing. There's the I bit up here. That's an after upload process, and by the time it gets to upload, I'm not necessarily going to remember to put that link in where I'm kind of indicating. So I apologize in advance. DP Addiction Adventures is Jennifer Roberts, good friend of mine. She's done the DP book and all that kind of thing. She used to do a Diamond Painter of the Month, where people would fill in the Google form to her, and they would sing their praises of somebody that they loved on the Google form. She would then read it out, and they would win or go into a draw to win a prize. So the DPer of the month, she called it loving on someone. They didn't have to be in the YouTube arena or anything. It could be Nan down the street who diamond paints and has no social media whatsoever. So you did not have to have the social media. So that was running for, I think she was saying 14 months or something. I think there ended up in that it was too much work for her. It was a huge commitment to try and collate all these Google forms and everything else, and she wasn't getting enough, I don't think, of financial support to carry through. So she had some gifts, but I think she was still, you know, time poor or money poor. I'm not sure which, and it doesn't really matter. Point is, the avenue that we had for appreciating and loving on people that are in our circle of influence, let's say, was gone, and we missed it. And she has come up with this initiative called is it the Smilogram? She had a video today. So today is the 27th. Go check out her channel and you'll see it. It's basically this telegram that you write a card to somebody and you love on them for the cost of a stamp. And then you write into Jennifer and you say, I've done this and this is the date that I've sent it on. So she doesn't want it to be an email. She doesn't want it to be an electronic message. She wants it to be something tangible. So a card, a letter, something that the loved person can keep and appreciate. So there's that initiative, and I would really, really encourage you to get behind that. I know from my point of view, okay, I am living away from my family. I'm, you know, they're in Ireland. I'm here. I really miss mail. The only mail I get these days are either what I've paid for from AliExpress or stores, or no, I don't even get bills. I might get one bill now. I used to get all the bills. It's really depressing and boring getting no mail. Let's just put it like that. So getting mail is a treat, and getting pretty snail mail, yeah, that's a real treat. Whether it's a pretty picture, whether it's a postcard, whether it's, you know, and a postcard from your area, from your town, from your local touristy thing. I don't know what's touristy in you know, in Great Lakes, Michigan. I don't know what the tourist postcards look like, for instance. I don't know what the tourist postcards look like from Utah. You know, you don't know what the tourist postcards look like from Tasmania. Neither do I, probably. I know some of them, but do you understand? Are you kind of catching the heart of what Jennifer was after? And it doesn't take, she doesn't want you to take more than 5 minutes really to do this. I mean, take it if you need it. Sorry, Sophie's just prattling around. So yeah, it's just to take some time out and pour some love into a letter, a card, something personal. And you know what's really fun? I have seen this. I don't know that I've done it. I may have done it. I actually wrote a letter on a series of postcards. So you had to get all 6 of them to make the whole letter kind of thing. And it was like 1 of 1, or 1 of 6, 2 of 6. And you numbered them. So you knew those different bits. And I think we might have posted them when we were away on holiday to somewhere. I've often been tempted when I've travelled as well to send a postcard back to me from the trip. I may have done that. I used to collect postcards. My sister used to write to me. Because I'm a boarding school kid, my family used to write to me. So getting snail mail was really, really valuable. And then I had a pen pal down near where Rachel actually lives, near Shannon, in the bottom feet kind of area of Ireland. A buddy of mine in Scouts, he actually corresponded with me, and he used to always write to me on Garfield letter paper. It was amazing. I've still got his letters downstairs. They're not love letters or anything. They were just, hey, how's it hanging kind of letters, if that's not taken as an insult. We're Irish. Okay. And it turns out then that I ended up camping with his big brother as... oh, no, I may not have. His big brother was a leader on one of the scout camps that I actually met Brian on. I would love to catch up with him again. I loved his writing. His writing was just gorgeous. But he used to write to me on Garfield paper. You know, my sister used to write to me from Africa. She used to actually write and complain that I wasn't writing back to her. And I'm kind of thinking, well, you know, it takes both of us to write to each other. When I was a school kid, there used to be these pen pal organizations where you fill in your sheet of who you wanted to correspond with, and you would be issued a pen pal for you to write to. Anyone my age, 45 and over, will probably remember these. Now, I don't know if it's still a thing. I know things like Compassion and sponsor a child kind of thing is similar in that they encourage you to write to your sponsor child, and your sponsor child writes back to you. Those kind of things. Think of it, you know. And okay, sponsorship costs money. We're not looking for that. We're looking for the, you know, a stamp, a postcard. You know, it's less than a price of a coffee. But I'll tell you what, if I was to receive a card from somebody saying, oh my God, Pippa, you know, the weather here was amazing, and, you know, thanks for doing your videos or whatever, I potentially might cry. I don't cry. I told a friend of mine today, I don't cry. She made me cry. She wrote something in a sentence and I welled up, and it was just like, you made me cry. I don't cry. I shouted in capital letters to her. Yeah. Yeah, but it was the touchy-feely. So, you know, yeah. I would love to see the crazy diamond painting, floss tube, everything else people send mail around the world. And, you know, the mail is so slow these days. It doesn't have to be international by any means. It could be like Jenny down the street because nobody talks to Jenny. Or you only ever say hi to Jenny. Or whatever it is, you know. It's something. It's something. And no, you don't have to necessarily report back to Jennifer. It could be just something that you do yourself. But yeah, it's really cool. And I know it can be awkward going to the post office and getting a sheet of stamps, but then you've got the stock and you can just throw it in the mailbox and be done with it. And, you know, don't worry about COVID or anything else because you're still connecting with people. I don't know, just a thought. So yeah, I survived the gym. I did a warm-up on the cross trainer. I did some work on the treadmill. I actually put the thing in automatic for fitness, and I went to start running. The machine went to start running because it's testing your fitness. And I went, no, 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 and throttled it back and then just ended up walking. So I'm very conscious of the back. And then I went on to the weight machines and then I did some stretching, and literally it was like an hour had gone like that. I'm kind of thinking, because Marcus had said to me before I left, he said, I'll see you in an hour and a half. And I kind of went, yeah, no, I'll be back a lot quicker. Yeah, an hour later, because I took my time with the stretching down and everything else. And he's making pasta for dinner as I come in, and he orders me into the shower and goes, no, it can't be too hot and all this kind of jazz. He used to train when he was a whippersnapper. He was a swim trainer. He's actually a breaststroker, or was a breaststroker when he could lift his head. But anyway, he was one of the best breaststrokers here, and he was like half the size of the other breaststrokers, and he would train, and then on the off seasons he would do some other training to keep himself fit and all of that kind of jazz. So he was extremely athletic, so I kind of trust him. But so yeah, it was really funny when he's kind of going, have you had enough water, have you, was the shower too hot, and all of it. Yeah. And I just sniggered because I know he's doing it because he knows what he's talking about, and he gives a damn. And I'm really kind of conscious of the whole getting the water on board, making sure I'm hydrated and all of that kind of thing. And I expect to be sore in the next day or two. Tomorrow probably not, so it's usually 2 days later for me. I'm still feeling hot after the gym, and that's why I hate going to the gym normally. But it's just a little kind of thing to try and do. That's all. Just a little thing. Yeah, I've talked way longer than I wanted to, but it was kind of like, I don't know, setting the scene maybe for the vlogs again. I'm not liking the camera and the lighting. Maybe it's because it's nighttime or something. I'll see how I go with where I do this. Yeah, just not liking the grainy kind of finish. I actually dimmed the arch lights down a bit because I was feeling a bit too glary. But it could just be that the background lights need to be a bit brighter around me, so we'll see how I go. I'll talk to you whenever I feel like I want to talk to you. Today being Tuesday night, you've got the Whip and Chat in the morning releasing, but of course you're not going to see this video by then. Yeah. I'll see you in the next clip. Bye for now. Hello again. It's, I think, been 2 nights since I last vlogged. I've come to some decisions. This is your freebie. From now on, if I'm going to vlog on a consistent manner, I am going to be going through Patreon, and well, I guess to benefit both you and I'm going to be charging, $10 or whatever it is to set that up. So if you're interested in continuing my vlogs, if you have caught up with my vlogs back in December, if you would like to support me and my channel, or my channel and even, if that's proper English, yeah, I'm going to be doing these on Patreon. So yes, that's where you're going to see these. So you'll get this week, you'll get the end of April. I'll wrap it up, and after that it will be paying people only. Now what that will actually end up with you getting is, I suppose, insider stuff that I'm not going to put on mainstream social media. So you'll get what you get, but I'm not going to give too many spoilers, I suppose, now. Anyway, that's one thing. I got my hair done today. It's all blow dried and slightly wavy and looking pretty good. I'm pretty happy with how Jazz cuts my hair. We figured out that with Marcus this time around, we just give him a very light trim. I think it's called a dry maintenance cut. So it's in between the proper haircut. So she basically defloofed him up here, and the curls he gets to keep for the winter, so he gets to play. Apparently he likes the curls, so yeah. That was some other things. I'm tired. I think I've had a couple or two late nights. I've got a tea made early tonight. I'm going to do a short video. I'm going to finish my tea and then I'm going to head to bed early. It is 2 minutes to 9. I've normally been heading to bed about 11. I'm probably going to be heading to bed by 9:30 tonight. Yeah, that's the aim if I don't get lost in YouTube or anything. That's the intent. I'm craving chocolate. I'm so far not succumbing. Yeah, we were too tired. Well, I say we were too tired to make tea. Actually, I'm not even sure. Are you still at the computer? No, I think he's tucking Sophie into bed. So I was too tired to give a shit about tea tonight. And our sometimes go-to for tea has been hot chicken from the deli, some bread, crusty or otherwise, and a salad. So Marcus had kind of suggested we get chicken tenders, and I said, oh, we've got chicken tenders. Okay, I'll throw that in some crusty bread with some salad. How about that? And he goes into the supermarket, leaves me in the car because I ended up closing my eyes just to deal with the pain. And he says, no, I've got this. So he goes into the supermarket. There's a ton of roast chicken there, apparently. And he grabs ciabatta bread, which is hot, so fluffy and fresh. It's awesome. One of those coleslaw bag things that he loves, the wombox salad, because it's got like a brown soy salad dressing with crunchy noodles. So he grabs one of those, and we have, I don't know, a third of the salad. He mixes up, we reseal the soy dressing because we've got a ton of it in the fridge that we've separated out. Anyway, he dispenses this. We have some crunchy noodles and put them into some buttered ciabatta with warm chicken, which Sophie is devouring as fast as it's coming off the carcass. It's funny as. And he goes, she's eating just like me, and I'm going, I don't know what you're talking about, as I nibble on some chicken. It's like, yeah, I can strip a chicken, and you can definitely strip a chicken more when it's warm than when it's cold. I have learned this from having a family of 7, 5 kids and 2 adults, and I was still hungry, so I go for the chicken carcass at the end of the meal and get everything off the chicken. Yeah. So Sophie is learning my skill. I'm very proud of myself. So we had a nice, light, healthy tea. Last night it was another night of can't be fucked, but I did, and it was a very beige meal. I did noodles, dim sims, and the last of a box of, I don't know what they are, spring rolls, money bags, and I don't think the triangles were there. So there was a couple of odds and sods. I couldn't be bothered opening a new box, and the dim sims were a mix of the large dim sims and the mini dim sims, which are quite yummy, and some barbecue pork rolls. I love barbecue pork rolls. So yeah, that was it. It was very beige. No real veg. Marcus is probably going to suffer for it because he seems to need coloured vegetables in order for his gut to behave itself. But that's probably more information than you need. So yeah, we do try and eat coloured as often as possible. Although if I have an option, I'll go for carbs all the time. I'm getting a bit better. I mean, I should be at this age. Anyway. So I think I told you on the last one, I saw my GP on Tuesday. And then worked yesterday and today. Went to the gym Tuesday night. My arms have not pulled up sore, which I thought maybe I would. My, whatever the back of the arm is, that's a little bit tender. That's about it. The reps that I did not overextend me or anything else, which is good, but I am exhausted and my back has been caning me. Now, if you're not Australian, caning means hurt like fuck. Yeah. I'm jaded by the back, and yeah, I'm trying not to jump at shadows, but we'll see how we go. I'll keep monitoring it. We have a nice weekend coming up. We have a 23 degree day on Saturday, which is quite nice. You know, hot for winter. It's early winter. So I suggested to Marcus that we go for a waterfall walk. The walk may not be the high point of my day, but I just want to do something to try and boost, I don't know, the serotonin, the mood, anything, just to do something. Get me out of my head, maybe, see some pretty things, hear the birds. You know what? This morning, I went out to feed the pets, as I do every morning. And we've got a electricity power line that comes from the power pole to the house. It's called a catenary cable. Yeah, anyway, it's just a small line that comes to the house. And I think there were 2 honey eaters when I went out. Now, honey eaters are little black birds with these kind of streaks on their eyes and body. They've got long skinny beaks because they're honey eaters, and they stick their tongue out to get the nectar from things like bottle brush and stuff. Well, there's 2 of them sitting there, and another one swoops in and sits on the line, and they all bob around. And then another one swoops in and they all bob around. It's funny as watching them, because the line is going, you know, sway, 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 and the heads are staying static. It's hilarious. Anyway, I'm watching these, and then I start twittering at the birds and just taking, I don't know, 30 seconds just to watch what they do. And one swoops off the line and comes towards me to where the trellis is. Another one swoops off to the side, and then I thought they were initially actually feeding from one, and I thought, oh, you're like new babies. You know, but for a second as well, this morning lying in bed, there was some birds going troppo off the side of the house. Troppo going nuts. So I think it was a blackbird was giving her warning signal, either. They were giving a warning signal, and there was another bird going off because something must have been getting too close. I don't know. Very weird. But I just kind of took those moments of, gee, that sounds really nice. Or, you know, oh, the honey eaters are out. You know, that's really cool. It's not a starling. It's not a sparrow. It's a native, you know, and it was just a moment. Oh, one of them swooped up onto the bottle brush over the cat run. It was just really nice to see them and enjoy them, and I don't know, have a chuckle about the bird and the head staying in one place while the body is going whee on the line. It's a stupid little thing, to be honest, but, you know, it was cute. Have you ever seen birds balance on a telegraph line? Where, you know, if you ever watch the owls, you know, the head will stay static, but the body will be swaying. They're weird. How the bird can keep its head in one space, and yet the body is moving around this little gyroscope of the neck. And if you've ever felt a bird's neck, I used to have a canary. If you ever felt a bird's neck, there's not much there. It's all floof and feather, but inside there's not much in those bones. They're pretty skinny. So yeah, it was just one of those, you know, oh yeah. And then I got stuck into work, and it was like, what way is up? Yeah, I got out from my secondary place at 1:15. Needed to get some lunch, wolf it down, and get back to the secondary place at 2 o'clock, you know. Oh. Oh, no, I can't reach. No, you can't. 1. Oh, I think you've already been reaching. Some of the eggs have disappeared.
That's too little, Mummy.
You're not too little.
Yeah,
I think
it
you're...
has 1.
Thank you, Sophie.
But they're bigger and that's little. Some more eggs left.
Go eat your egg. No. No. Thank you. Go eat your egg. It's so funny watching her first thing in the morning, waking up. I always, when she goes to bed, I always check on her. Always go in and stroke her hair and rub her cheek and say goodnight to her, even though she's asleep and I've already said goodnight to her. And in the mornings I've taken to going in if she's still asleep and she's, you know what it's like first thing in the morning when you wake up and your bed's nice and warm and you're all snuggled up. And well, she was lying there this morning and she's all snuggled up in the bed and, you know, I'm just looking at her and she opens her eye a crack and she's kind of going, looking at me and I'm looking at her and I kind of go, it's nice in bed, isn't it? And she goes, yeah. She goes back asleep while I get up, feed the pets and make the coffee, and then she toddles into the kitchen to me, you know, I don't know, half an hour later, you know, having had the pleasure of the lie-in and the cozy bed and the snuggles and that last minute little sleep that seems to be the one that leaves you either refreshed or jaded. You know, it's that kind of sleep. So, yeah, it was so cute.
Mommy, eat the egg.
Yeah, well, I'm talking. Thank you. Yeah, run away. Anyway, alright, I'll catch up with you maybe tomorrow. It's the end of a working week. Thank God. And see how we go. Yeah. But I will set up the page. Well, I've actually got a Patreon. I just haven't activated a tier or anything like that, so I'll do that. Tomorrow is Friday. I think I've actually got my Thread Club video that's going to be going up on Friday. So yes, try and keep that. And I will do a floss tube at the beginning of the month. Or will I? I don't know much of my box. I have a few things to show you. And I've got my progress for the month. That's the main thing. I have been doing the 25/7 challenge. And so help me. The 25/7 challenge is being run by a chick called Julie. If you're interested, please send me a message and I'll try and send you the link. If you're interested in joining it, basically the premise is you do 25 stitches 7 days a week. If you want to do more, you do more. The aim is not to get burnt out. 25 stitches, put it away every single day. So I have been doing that with my head, and okay, the beauty with my head is that it's tent stitch. I'm still not convinced I've done it right. I may end up frogging it completely and starting afresh with it because I've gone wrong on some of my stitches. I'm putting in my tent wrong, so it's not getting it to lie properly, and I've got to work on that. It's all learning for me. So before I go too far, I might actually scrap it. And as I say, frog it and restart again. It's on 25 count. Far out, it's tiny. And I know I've gone off because the grids are wrong with the grid on the Easy Guide fabric, so I kind of want to nail that as well, which means then what I can do is park and travel and all that kind of thing, which means that when I go to do my 25 stitches I can basically do 3 colors and park them in the next bit. Don't be rude. That kind of thing. So 25/7, so that's my aim. I tell you what though, it's not a project I'm enjoying. Whereas I then picked up my peppermint purple tonight, finished my peppermint purple for the week, for week 17. Tempted to pick up Harry Potter Letters from Hogwarts thing, but I'm too tired and I'm not going to tonight. I'm actually going to down tools. As I say, I'm going to finish my tea and I'm going to go to bed. So that is my aim tonight, an early night tonight. But I have done my stitching. I've done my 25. I've done my peppermint purple, which is enjoyable. I will hopefully get maybe 2 more weeks done of steady thread. That means I'm going to still be 2 weeks behind, potentially. But if I can get 2 weeks up to Saturday, maybe, depending on how far we go for a drive, and then maybe another one on Sunday. I've got recordings on Sunday, so it's a little bit trickier. I'll see how I go. So yeah, there's stuff there that I would like to get back up to speed in. I don't want to get too far behind with something like steady thread, because what makes it really slow is me changing the colors so often and then jumping, and yeah, it can be a bit of a head wrecker trying to make the colors actually look like the real thing. And there were some stunning flowers coming up. Like there's a poppy pod. I'm not sure what the flower is because we've already done poppies. I did poppy for the week 13, I think. But this one looks like an opium poppy seed pod. I don't know. I'll wait and see when I get there. So yeah, somebody has been using colouring pens, pencils or something on there. So it looks amazing. So yeah, there's that. One thing I might do with some... Sorry, brain. I get this at work as well too. I go to say something and then it's just like sentence runs out the window. I might have lost it now. With my steady thread. No, was I going to? No. Run away. Trying to see if the brain will catch up. Flowers, steady thread, garden, colours. Nope. I give up. Okay, I will talk to you in the next clip. Bye. I thought I'd have a coffee with you. It's morning. The sun is trying to burn through the fog. This is called Bridgewater Jerry, the river that you've seen going down that way. In the winter time, it does a funky thing, and we get this fog that rolls out the river in the mornings. So the sun, to my naked eye, I can actually see a solid round sun and the cloud in front of it. I don't think the camera is going to get that same effect, unfortunately. But you can see maybe the clouds hurtling down the river. Now, when I lived across the shore, well, I got to see this from blue sky. And it's a spectacular effect, and I can't get the webcams working. There's something funky going on with them. There's a webcam from a high school that looks over the river up to the mountain to try and let you see what the fog looks like. I forgot to mention last night and the other video that I did about companies giving out freebies. Victoria's Moon has been approaching more people, more creators for content, and Spell Queen, and I got approached by another company with a fox kind of diamond abstract logo, asking if I would review some of their products, and I had a look at their website thinking, oh yeah, let's have a look. Yeah, it's all stolen products. And okay, it's not necessarily all stolen products, but it was like, nah, I'm not going to deal with you, you use stolen products. So I don't know what's going on with the creators who are doing it. I know Grace is availing herself of their generosity and then finding out afterwards that it's stolen. I don't know. I'm not picking on Grace. I'm picking on the companies. I'm jack of the companies. And yes, as a creator, it's nice to be asked to do a review. I've been asked to do a review for a multi kind of tray, which in theory looks amazing, but it just won't work for me, for my setup. And from that point of view, I'm probably not going to use it, which means that I can't really review it. I don't see, I mean, yes, I can unbox it and I can talk about the density foam and all that kind of jazz, but from a point of view of actually working it, sorry, I've got a toddler in my house. I'm not going to have the stress levels of open drills and go through all of that. So that's why you don't see some things on my channel. That's why you'll hopefully only see me do licensed artwork. I have bought stolen artwork in the past. Yeah, because there's an image that I particularly like. Mind you, one of them was from Olowie. That's going to get very bright. Olowie, and it was the Celtic tree knot, and I thought it was their product. No, it's not. They've stolen it. They've charged like double the price profit too, for something that isn't even theirs. It's a Hayed design, which I later found out. And look, to be honest, if you're not sure, if the art looks good, chances are it's going to be on something like Hayed, because Michelle has got the rights to convert it to cross stitch, and diamond painting is just like cross stitch. So check her page out, do a Google image search. Somebody had a Buddha, bright coloured Buddha. I did a reverse image search on that, could not find who the original artist was. So I gave her the link for, I think it was Paint with Diamonds. I don't trust Paint with Diamonds. I think there's, I know there's Painting with Diamonds and there's Paint with Diamonds. There's one company that's okay and one company that's dodgy. That sun's getting bright again. Oh dear. And the bird's going absolutely psycho. And there's wallabies across the road. I can't see them. So the other option, of course, is AliExpress. AliExpress, you know it's going to be dodgy from Ali. And I've just stopped buying from them. I'm happier to invest my money, even though it costs more, on something like Diamond Art Club. And I have an opinion on Treasure Studios that I should probably keep to myself. Yeah. Let's leave that at that. But look, I don't know if you can see, just to the right of that big tree, which blocks my view, Marcus had it trimmed when I moved in. He had trimmed these, and they were down here, and this thing hasn't, well, it doesn't look like it's grown, but these trees are now filling the line back up again after 5-6 years. It's an awful lot of effort for him to go up and chop down the trees. The neighbour doesn't mind him doing it. It's going to cost us $1,000 if we pay a trimmer to do it. So that's not going to happen. So I've lost my view again, which was the river view, and it was nice just to see the water and the hills because there wasn't any houses. Whereas this roof here blocks the urban area of our suburb. So there's supermarkets and there's houses, and there's actually a race course that when the hounds or the horses are running, the lights are really bright. So you get to see the floodlights, otherwise it's just pretty lights. But yeah, I'm going to go inside, I'm going to finish my coffee with Marcus and get ready to go to work, because, you know, it's that kind of time. Alright, talk to you soon. Good morning. Take 4, I think. Oh my god, it's Sunday morning, it's May the 2nd. Sophie and I are going geocaching. It is significant on this day because today, 25 years ago, the switch was flicked on GPSs around the world, taking it out from military only to general public could access GPS. So the first geocache was planted this time 25 years ago. So we're going to go out and we're going to try and find a geocache. This one is part of a series called Pedestrian Overpasses of Doom. This is number 3. I haven't done the other 2. They're off on the other side of the shore. Apparently the hides are very, very difficult. Now, I'm going to record the whole process. I may have to blur out bits so that you don't necessarily see where it is. Not that my video is necessarily going to be easily accessible to anyone else. So I will take you on a full geocache trip on this one. So I'm going to turn it off while we drive to the location. And I'll catch you up in the next bit of the video. But we're going geocaching, Sophie? She's just nodding. She was going geocaching earlier on. Say bye. Alright. We are here. I forgot to bring feet, so I can't put my gimbal down. So I'm going to hold it. Sophie just had a fall on the asphalt. This seems to be that the gimbal is going to be a bit of a deal this morning. Sorry, it's probably got too many weighted bits. Come on, wake up. Alright. Here we go. We are going up the side of the old railway track, actually, which isn't used anymore. And somewhere at the end of the bridge is ground zero with a very well hidden find, whatever. It's very noisy. I might have my lapel mic. I think I have an idea where it might be, but I'm not going to be able to reach it through the fence. So I don't think it's going to be that. It might be a lower one. But the main thing seriously? It's not going to be a piece of rag. It's not going to be a piece of rag, surely. Okay, I don't think that's it. I'm guessing at the moment. Somebody said it was hanging loose somewhere. So, okay, we are round about ground zero here, but I'm going to have to get into my app and actually find the zone. So give me a second. I don't know if I can do it within this or not. Alright, I found it. I didn't want to keep you on while I was just kind of, looking around and looking around and looking around. There was actually a clue in one of the photos that somebody had posted, and it was something that was to be out of place. Well, it's down there, as in down there. And yeah, so it's a reasonably, not so easy grab. It's a magnetic strip just to keep it locked down. I'm going to see if I can wedge that between my knees. Get my pen. Always got to have a pen, Sophie, please don't reach through. And it is the 2nd of May, 21. Alright, so there you go. I have signed my log, and that's the fake. Holy crap. It just sits there. This one. So, well done, Budgie. That's a clever idea. All right, now all this traffic has been going past while I've been sitting on the bridge. Yeah, so we are done for this cache. Hopefully that... Sorry, I've just seen somebody walking past my car. Didn't notice what they were doing beforehand. I think they've just walked past. That's okay. All right, so back to the car, and it'll be up to Sophie whether or not we do another geocache. Because, I mean, this one has literally been a 50-meter walk to find it. And it didn't actually take long to find. Yes, it's tricky. I mean, you can see on these railings, he could have hidden it as all sorts of things, as fake bolts. He's done things like that before. He is a little bit sneaky. He has over 300 hides. My beast that was unleashed. I'm very proud of him, actually. Taking on this crazy sport, not just finding but hiding. He keeps the rest of us cachers in Hobart busy, to be honest. He's a top bloke, and I mean, whenever I see him, I kind of tease him a bit, ask him how he's doing and all that kind of thing. I do come across them in work occasionally. Some very, very pretty flowers. Sophie, stop. Very pretty flowers. I don't know if so I'm trying to figure out if I can take a picture. I don't know if I can. Anyway, pretty flowers. So yeah, he really is an asset to the geocaching community. Sophie, cars, don't run anymore. Alright, I'm gonna go. Look at her hair, isn't it gorgeous? Well, it's a bit scraggly at the moment, could do with the brush, but it's so long and beautiful. Stop! Cars, stop. Okay, straight across. But it's very noisy here. No, you don't struggle with me on a road. Okay, now you can walk. Alright, I'm gonna go and I will talk to you soon. I might do another geocache that might be a little bit more fun for the rest of you guys. Hold on. Alright, we're at it again. We're at another park. There is a tiny play area just there. So Sophie is going to have a go on the swings and slides when we're finished. The cache is in these trees here, somewhere. It is said to be a micro, so that's tiny. It could be a bison in a tree. Actually, what's going to draw more attention to me now is me filming. And there's fire. So we're up in the bush. It's a good time of year for fires, but it's still a bit of a concern. Everything is wet. It's not a concern for houses. It's just a concern that there's fire in action. I'll have to check the bushfire thingamajiggy. Base of large bush. Well, this is a large bush. I'm not seeing. Oh, you're not helping me, miss.
Yes.
But yes, leaf litter. Leaf litter, you'd think it would be either container. Oh, look at that. There you go. Hang on. Ooh. What have I done? Let me put this between my knees. Gotta hold it. So, that's a blood tube that they have disguised. Sorry, Sophie, I'm just trying to hold this. Okay, so that is a phlebotomist's tube. Ugh. Just trying to get the log, and then I'll get my pen. I have to say, I had a pea jar yesterday. I have not had a phlebotomy tube, which is actually a clever idea. I need something to lean onto. The yellow tip actually is a bit of a giveaway. Yeah, I'm putting it away. I think it was here. So when they say buried, it's not meant to be buried fully or partially, apparently, without the owner's permission. There was something on the geocaching group that mentioned about that today. But under leaf litter is okay. So it's back. I will log it in a second. Sorry, might give you something to actually look at. Sophie's running around. Sorry, my camera's... I've got a ring on my phone that allows it to stand up, and it's causing weight issues for the gimbal and phone. Oh, come on, you dizzy. Oh, okay. Hello. There we go. Alright, now there's another kid at the playground, so I'm going to stop recording soon when I get up close. But yeah, Sophie's just running around. Could send her out like a dog and just go, run! It's a nice little blank park of... Oh, and you could kick a ball here. And Sophie gets a bit of a play, and there's a picnic table, so you can stop with the kids, have a bite to eat and whatnot, but the play area itself is pretty lame. The swings, there's a little slide, there's very little kids. Alright, I'm gonna go and let her swing. Bye! Alright, just wrapping up with my vlog. Thank you very much for joining us, as we went geocaching and just general vlogging. And I will see you in the next vlog if you join my Patreon. Thank you, and bye for now.